don't know what you are doing before you go on holiday, but I have a flight in a couple of hours and I'm standing here making kimchi. I'll be going to Munich, visit a friend, and we will do hopefully some hiking, but the weather is not going to be so good. But she's like a hardcore hiker, so maybe she would just drag me along still. So I felt like I'm not going to be home for a couple of days, so it's like a good time for the kimchi just to sit and ripe. Smashing here some dried shrimps. I've never done it before, but maybe adding dried shrimps to the kimchi will give it just like a deeper flavor. So we're gonna try it out. Now it's nicely mashed. It's almost like a shrimp paste. And I have here my kimchi paste ready. We're gonna add the shrimps to it. I think I shared before how I made the kimchi paste. I prepared all the ingredients for the kimchi paste, and half of it went into the mixture, like onions, ginger, and garlic. And then I only added sugar, fish sauce, a lot of fish sauce, and gochugaru. And this is what you see here right now. Now I'm just adding the shrimp. Additionally, we also need to add a kind of glue. And this is a glue I just made of regular flour, water, and sugar. Now we add this to the kimchi paste as well. Let's mix everything. I'm so curious how this is gonna taste with the shrimps, because usually I just finish right there without the shrimps. But since my sister brought me so much of the dried shrimps from Vietnam, I thought I can just use it and add it in here. Smells already like kimchi. Taste test. Can only be good. Of course, for kimchi we need our cabbage. I used 2 heads of cabbage and I cut it in pieces and just soak it in salt water overnight. After that, you washed it and dried it. This is what you see right now. Now we add the kimchi paste in here and mix everything very well. Now I mix it with my hand. And after we are done mixing, I will just add the kimchi into a jar. It's really better to work with your hands here. Press it down. Very important is not to fill the kimchi until the edge, because it just needs some room to breathe. Make another batch. I remember in the beginning, so like 10 years ago, when I started making kimchi, I used, instead of gochugaru, I used Thai dried chili. Oh my god, that was a mistake. My hands were burning for 2 days. 2 days in a row. I wouldn't recommend using Thai dried chili for that. If you can use gochugaru, so Korean red pepper flakes. And then I can also use my hands like that, they won't be burning. I want to taste the fresh kimchi though. Mời cả nhà. Oh, I think it's gonna be really good with the dried shrimps. I can taste it already. I mean, right now it's not sour, but it has a nice sweetness. Right now it's just like more sweet than sour, but it has a really nice deep flavor. I think it's gonna be really good with the shrimps. And my kimchi is ready. I made 2 heads of cabbage and I have 4 big jars of kimchi, 1 small one. Whenever I make kimchi, it's horrible to wait because I always want to eat it right away. But then at the same time, I prefer it when it's a little bit more sour. So you have to wait until it gets a little bit sour, and that's usually like around 5 days to a week until it gets a little bit sour. So since I'm traveling, the waiting won't be that hard. But I can't wait to be back and try it. We'll be back in around 4 to 5 days.